G'day guys, it's Ralph here. What's cracking? Do you like the new studio setup? I'm just fiddling around and playing around with a few things. We're not quite there yet, but it's well on the way. Today, I am, as you already know, talking about the Vibe P80 by Simorr. Now, Simorr and Small Rig belong to the same company, only Simorr is kind of the brand that appeals to the younger, more hip vibe, cool crowd, which makes sense why they approached me and said, Ralph, you're definitely very cool. Can you please talk about this light if we send it to you? And I said, yeah, let's do it. Sounds great. So here we are, and I'm talking about it. And this isn't just a normal video light. No, it's actually quite creative, and that's what I want to tell you about today. This is what's called a double-faced LED video light, and it doesn't mean you can't trust it. No, no, no. It means it's got two faces. One of these faces does RGB, and the other does hot to daylight to cold. That's right, it's Kelvin. Remember our old friend Kelvin? That's what this is. And this goes from 2000 up to 9000. So it gives you really chilly and really warm and nice and toasty, like here on the Gold Coast, except when it rains, like it's doing today. So let's look at the controls. On the outside, we have the LED display, which you turn on and you can change with an up and down button and a mode button. So you can shift between modes, and you can go brighter or less bright. Got a USB-C, and what's really cool is these little things, and these are magnets. So when that's on, that can magnetize against stuff, and when it's off, you can use it as a cold shoe. And so what you can actually do is get a number of these lights and attach them to each other, because on both sides is a female cold shoe, and here is a male cold shoe. And what I super love, oh, and look, that clicks together, nice and neat and tidy in your pocket. If you put one of these back in and you pull one off on one, you can stick it on the other side. It's nice and safe. How clever is that? So you can put this on your camera and you can actually turn it around. You see that? And it's nice and stiff and tight. So that's what we want. And also you've got this, you can secure it really well to your camera, as well as a 1/4-20. So you can go straight onto a tripod. Very nice. And how big is it? It is this big. And how big are my hands? My hands are this big. So you can work out the rest. Has a 2000 milliamp battery that you can charge whilst using. I think that's really helpful in this day and age. And so you can plug it in, it goes out, you go, I'm just going to put a portable power pack in it, slap it on, it goes on, and it delivers you power and light and all of that while it's charging. It says that it delivers 2160 minutes of power at 100%. That's insane, right? You know how long that is? 36 hours. Do you know how I know? Because I looked on the website. I'm not testing it. I love you guys, but I'm not testing it for 36 hours. But whatever the case may be, and I've been using this heaps, and it's only lost one stage of battery so far. So they might have a shot at this 36 hours, but it means it lasts for ages. And the beauty of that is you can have it in your bag, you can have it in your glove box, you can have it in your, I don't have a handbag, but if you have a handbag, you can put it in your handbag, you can carry it around, you can have it stashed, and you can be reasonably confident. In fact, I'd say overly confident that whenever you pick it up, it's got enough power in it to do what you want it to do. I love that. Now, the buttons are hard to read. They have indents on them, so in the right light, you can see which one's the power and the mode and the plus and the minus. However, I just get a silver texter, just do a little bit of an in-scroll next to each of them, just to make it super clear what they are. All right, so if you hold the power button on, the light comes on, and then you press it again, and there you go. It goes through those different modes. Isn't that funky? Ooh, sorry, I should have had a light warning at the start of this. I'll get off that. So this is at the moment on 5500 Kelvin. Then you can choose your mode. So your mode changes through not the mode of light, but the mode within each setting of whether you want to change the percentage or the strength on it. So it has your Kelvin setting, your CCT. It also has your RGB, and you can choose any color on the light color spectrum, and you can choose the saturation and the brightness of each of those colors. So yeah, you've got plenty of options, right? Like that's really cool. Now, that by itself isn't strange or brand new or anything like that. That's been done by a lot of lights previously. But the fact that you can have a setting on this, so I can set this at 5600, and then I can be like, hang on, I just need to use a light on the other side, and I can use this light to my heart's content to do what I want to do. And then when I just a click of the button and I'm back to the same light setting. And on other lights, what you have to do is you have to migrate off this through a bunch of other menus to go that. And all you need to do in this is just like, you can have it like this and you can just turn it around. And then like you might want to be like, oh, let's get this pink thing done, and you can mood light it. I reckon if this little light had a couple more buttons that were custom buttons, that you could just hit that and you could set, say, a custom button side for this and a custom button side for this, and you just go custom and it would go straight there, and then custom and it would go back to here. It would just further the technology and the options a little bit further. So then you could technically have 4 options, because you'd have the default on either side and then a custom option, which will give you 2 light options here and 2 light options here. So it might give you an effect here and a certain color, and then over here it might give you a hot color and then a cool color. That could be really great. So let's see how bright it is. I'm going to kill this light, my main key light, and I'm going to stick this on my camera, which is about 1 meter away, and I'm going to put it on 100 brightness, and you can see how bright it is by how much it lights up my beautiful face. How's that? That's not too bad. I look not too bad at all. Now, if I'm vlogging, I'm actually going to hold the light closer to me and closer to my face than it currently is. And if I go close, I would hold it about here, so you can easily vlog with this. Which raises the question, what can you do with this light? Well, there's a few cool uses for this light that might tip you over the edge to accompany the amazing price point. The amazing price point for this light is $33.16. That's right. And you can stick a bunch of them next to each other. So what else can you do with this light? Well, here's a few ideas I've got for you. First of all is you can vlog with it, right? It's a key light that just works for you when you're talking to camera. However, I also think it works as a creative product photography light. So you want to get just a cool color on to highlight a product that you're shooting. This is amazing. It's also a backlight. Let me put it on like this. And if I'm in the dark, I can set it over here. You could mount it behind you on your chair, have it as an epic backlight. It also could be a special effects light. You can set it to certain things so that it looks like police are outside your house. Could be that you walk into a spooky house and just when you don't need it to, your lights start to fail. And that fluoro, which should be working, isn't quite working. And then you can just set it up as some mood lighting or perhaps a party atmosphere. You know, something to really get the mood happening. Yeah, come on. And I think it would be helpful if on the top of your screen, instead of some numbers and some letters, they would have some names for the different moods and different lighting effects that you can have, because whilst they're effective, recalling them instead of going to lightning or flicker fluoro or police, instead you have to go through and go, what was that? Was that A? And like setting 3 or what was that? It's just something that potentially could be developed. Now the other challenge that I really need to say is when I had this on for an hour and a half, so I had an hour and a half just sitting on the bench and blazing away, and I went to touch it after an hour and a half and it was smoking hot. It wasn't actually smoking, it was hot. And so I just be careful. You don't want to leave this on at home near some material, because it was really hot. I did like the kiss test and I was like, wow, I can't even kiss it. I would burn my lips. In fact, I kind of did burn my lips for you guys. Too much, bit of overshare, sorry. It gets really, really hot. And so just be careful of that. Now, the reason is you don't use these lights for a prolonged period of time. So it makes sense why you get brightness, therefore there's no inbuilt fan. So it's gonna get hot, right? That's just part of the things. Just be sensible and smart with it. But an hour and a half is about as long as you'd want this light on without it being turned off. Or if you're shooting outside and it's kind of cool, then you're sweet. But usually this light would be used for inside, so just be careful it doesn't set fire to your house. But here's what I really love about this product. This product, I've not seen anything like this before, and maybe there's stuff out there, but I haven't seen it. But what I love is it feels like it's the step that they take before they do something absolutely epic. So this light I would recommend you having. It's really good. The battery life alone is worth the $33. The fact that it has heaps of versatility and it can hold your settings on the other side, so that you just flick to this and you're good to go with the vlogging, and then you can flick back to your RGB setting or to your special effects, and then flick back to the white as well. I mean, that's a win, right? That's so good. And for $33.16, which if you want to buy from this channel today, you get a 5% discount. So thank you Simorr Rig and Simorr for that. So all you need to do is follow the links in the description below and they will sort you out with that. That lasts till the 31st of January. So if you're watching this after the 31st of January in 2022, sorry, you don't get the 5% discount. But if you're quick and you get into it, then that will be yours. I hope this has helped you navigate your way around a cool little product that's a little bit different to what else out there. It's a development on, and I think it's another stepping stone towards what they're going to do. So well done, Simorr. Thank you so much for thinking that I'm cool and hip enough to talk about your product. And guys, if you're into this, well, get into it, and I'll see you next video. Bye. I think it also works. I think it also works as a creative video. I also think it works as a creative. What the hell, product? You know, like, oops, smashed my microphone. Oh, I'm using the wrong side, hang on.